Don't worry. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ask Dr. Ada, and today I have a very special guest with me. This is my friend Ngozi from like primary school all the way in First Stack.
Nazareth,
exactly. So this is my very good friend. We went to primary school together, secondary school together, and now amazingly we're both in America and we're both doctors. So Ngozi is an emergency medicine physician and I'm a pediatrician, like you guys all know. So in today's episode of Ask Dr. Ada, we're going to have some very interesting conversation about being first-time moms and like what our experience has been so far, and I think like what the most interesting thing that we never knew about being a mom. Ngozi's son is 6 months and Kemi is almost 5 months. So when we were both pregnant, we talked a lot, right? And we texted a lot, and you know, trying to just have someone else that is also pregnant with you, you know, what is their own experience like. And so for me, it was, I think one thing that I really enjoyed being pregnant at the time when I had friends who were pregnant was just that camaraderie, that sisterhood of having someone else going through what you're going through, even if they say all pregnancies are not the same. But you know, that sisterhood, wouldn't you agree that that was?
I like to complain, so. There was somebody to complain to.
Yeah, not necessarily complaining, it's more of like, okay, I hope you're also going through the same thing. Like, I hope it's not just me like feeling all this lower pelvic pain or back pain or things like that. So yeah, I remember, you know, feeling like, okay, someone else is pregnant with me, so it's not that bad.
I was happy to have somebody to share concerns with, like you're saying, because I think throughout the entire process of pregnancy, there's always that worry of something going wrong. Yeah. So you want somebody else who is also pregnant to be able to talk about it with, and ask questions too, and share your concerns and your worries without sounding a little bit crazy or even ungrateful to your non-pregnant friends.
Exactly. Because they don't really understand what it's like, especially if they've never been pregnant before.
Yes, yes. And sometimes somebody might wonder, well, what do you complain about? This is a blessing.
Exactly.
So I didn't want that, and it was much easier to have conversations with somebody who was
people that were also pregnant. For sure. But now that we're moms and we're kind of like a couple of months into it, wow, I feel like there's some things that no one told me, or not even like no one told me. I feel like there was something that I felt like wouldn't be as hard as they ended up being. For instance, I was telling Ngozi like a few hours ago when we were hanging out that I really didn't know that it would take so long for Kemi to sleep in her crib or in her bassinet. It was almost impossible. And to be very honest, there were days when I just gave in and she slept on the bed with me. So because there was nothing else I could do. It was just impossible to get her to sleep in this bassinet, which you spent all this money on. So I think for me that was like a big surprise. Like I remember researching different ways to get her to sleep, but then ultimately she was able to sleep in the bassinet and not on our bed, but it took a while.
Everybody says, oh yeah, forget about sleep, like you
won't ever sleep again.
I did not really understand that until like this baby was up every 2 hours. Like actually up every 2 hours. And some of my friends would say, oh yeah, my child gave me a 4-hour stretch. It did not happen. The first month he was waking up that frequently.
Like every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. Like I was a zombie. Exhausted, tired all the time. But then every week was better than the week before. Yeah, because you're getting into a routine. Exactly.
You're knowing your baby a little bit more. So for your son, you were able to, you slept every 2 hours, or maybe he let you sleep for 2 hours at a time. But on my side, because every kid is different, Kemi would eat like 4 ounces as a newborn, which is not common, and she would sleep 4 hours, right? But for you, like that wasn't the case.
Yeah, frequently he slept, and we just kept going. And eventually he started sleeping longer and longer, and now he wake up just once at night. And it gets better. Every week gets better. That part is true. It
gets better, but essentially I guess I'm trying to say prepare to be a zombie in the beginning, because when they say sleep when the baby sleeps, they really mean it. Sometimes people have, well, I know I had it, mom guilt. What do you think about mom guilt?
Mom guilt. Man, where do I start? When you go back to work, it's just I felt like, shouldn't I be home with my baby?
Yeah.
I spent the first 2 weeks with my phone, the camera on, watching it,
because you have cameras in the house, right? Yeah.
See patients, then look, then I'll be like, oh, why isn't
so your mind
why isn't why is he supposed to be doing tummy time? 10 minutes
like
tummy time.
I don't see tummy time happening.
I was worried about, would she show him as much love as I would show him? Would she do the things that I would like her to do?
Yeah, the nanny.
Yes, if there's any concern, would she be able to fix it or take care of him? And so after a while I had to say to myself, okay, it's either you're at home
or you're at work
home, or you're at work completely. Like you can have both. It's one or the other. And so ultimately I kind of figured out a good middle ground. So if I'm home, I spend as much time as I can with the baby. I play with him. We have activities set up. And then when I'm at work, I'm at work. I get all of my work done. I try not to bring work home. And I put in my best at work. I come home, I put in my best at home. And we just keep going like that. It's a lot better now because he sees, like when I'm going to work now, he kind of like cries a little bit. And it makes me feel bad. But I think we understand each other, and when I'm home, he knows I'm home.
You're 100% home, and then when you're at work, you're at work. Moms, being working moms, being doctor moms, there's so much responsibility. There's so much people who count on you to be there, and obviously we're dealing with people, families. Like for me, patients and their children. You're dealing with emergency situations, so there's so much of people counting on you to be 100% focused at your job. So sometimes it's difficult for us to separate that mom guilt and your job, but I feel like I guess we're doing it. We're putting in the most that we can. Unfortunately, we have spouses that appreciate that help us a lot, because sometimes I just wonder like how people who are single do this.
I have a brand new level of respect
like
for
ultimately
single moms or anybody who somehow finds themselves in a situation where they're the only ones caring for their child, because it isn't easy at all. Tons and tons of women have done this. And so I keep telling myself
that you will get through it too.
You can do it.
Like they don't have like 3 heads, but it's hard. And that's where like you feel like, okay, if you have someone else you can even just like talk to and just vent to. Oh my gosh, you don't even want to know like how many times I've texted Ngozi like just messages upon messages, and Ngozi will be like, it's okay, that's fine, I understand, I'm here for you. Like just having that one person makes a great deal of difference. And I think the baby's getting older and I'm getting to know her more. I feel like there's a little bit of, okay, let someone else do a little bit of it, because there's so much you can handle. Like don't you feel that way? Like you feel like okay, so at some point someone else can do some things so that you can take care of yourself or take care of other things in the house.
And I'm still not good at that. I'm still working
You're still working on it,
Still working on it, because you can't lose yourself in the process. You need to be the best you to be able to give your child the best.
Exactly.
And so I'm working on being a little bit more hands-off sometimes so that I can take time for myself and get things done. Because that was the other thing. I didn't anticipate the change, like how big of a change it would be in terms of the relationship that you have with your other friends. I feel like
especially the ones that don't have kids.
Yes, and they're all great and understanding to a very large extent, but I still feel bad that I'm not able to be there for them the way I was, pre-baby. Like I like to chat. I would sit on the phone for hours and we'd chat about all sorts of stuff, and now I would sit on the phone to chat, and then the baby cries, and I'm like, okay,
gotta go.
I'll be back,
or like you're not really there because you're hearing the baby crying, and you're like, okay, how can I end this conversation so I can like go on? See what's
hangouts are brief. I have to work it around.
Oh my god, hangouts are brief.
Hangouts are very brief.
All those fun brunches or turn-ups. Oh my god, you're like, I have to go.
I'm happy with the friends that we have. I think they've been good about understanding and just going with the flow.
And I feel like there were so many things that I had to learn through other people, or honestly through YouTube, like, and I'm going to do a video about it. Like I honestly didn't know how to put together a car seat because I never had a baby. I definitely didn't know how to put together like a diaper pail. So things like that. But I felt like those kind of things, like, I mean, you see so many people have them, but until you have your own child, like, you may never really know how to get all those things sorted, or how many, even though you're a doctor, trust me, like, you still have to call for help or ask someone for help. For me, one other thing that I was kind of, I didn't know that it would be so important, or I was kind of surprised by, is like how much help I didn't know how much help I would anticipate from others, like my in-laws or my mom, or things like that. And I'm very grateful for them. So I always tell any of my friends that is pregnant, like, better have at least one person there for you, because there will be times when food is not important to you because you don't even remember you haven't eaten. So at least if there's one other person there with you, especially during the beginning months, that'll make sure you eat, hold the baby for you while you shower, like things like that. But I mean, like, if you don't have anyone, do the best you can. Obviously, we're all doing the best we can. But if it's possible to, like, plan ahead and make sure there's someone there for you when the baby comes that can, like, help you with providing meals for you and your family while you're feeding the baby. If not, it gets pretty hectic. And as women, we try to put everything on our head, right? So you want to, like, be the cook, you still want to clean, you still want to feed the baby and all of that, you still want to go to work and be like superstar.
And that's, yeah. I used to be very organized. Like, every day I'd have a plan of what I need to do. So today we're cooking 2 soups, and we're going to clean the kitchen. It's all planned out. But with the baby, there's no... plan is there's no plan. The plan is there's no plan. It's the baby's plan. It's the baby's plan. Like, if he's fussy that day and I have to spend a lot more time with him, like when he was teething, his naps were really short. He was very uncomfortable. He wasn't eating as well. My whole mind is now focused on the baby. Like, I can't do much else. So I do the very little I can, and I'll tell myself tomorrow is another day, and we'll start from wherever we stopped and just keep going. And sometimes I just can't do it. And I'm finally okay with saying I'm very tired.
Yep, I'm done.
Today we're not cleaning that kitchen.
Yep, and the kitchen is just going to stay the way it is. And you know what? That's okay too. So anyway, so something that I think people don't know or people don't think about as much is what your sex life would be when you have a kid. What do you think?
Yeah, that part is a big deal. That part is a big deal. I had read and seen a lot of people talk about how the man feels a little bit left out. There's a part of the entire relationship with the baby that men just they don't have that same thing. So
because they didn't, like, carry a baby for 9 months.
Yes. So I did not want a situation where I spent all this time, all of my thinking, all of my energy, all of my love on my baby, and my relationship with my husband started to sort of, decline, go down, was now on the back burner, because my husband and I, we've known each other for a long time, so we are buddies, BFFs, chat about everything, gist about everything, put in extra effort to make sure that he was as involved with the baby.
Yep, that's key.
Yeah, so skin to skin contact in the very beginning when I was doing it, he was doing it as well. When I started pumping and I had some milk, he was feeding the baby as well. So
getting them involved early.
Yes, figuring out the baby together, like what does this cry mean? What does that cry mean? Helping out with nighttime feed. So we're tired together. We just, that's now one shared experience that we can bond over.
Exactly.
But it was very important that we kept our, fire burning. So there's a 6-week period that you're supposed to,
don't do
bad things.
don't have anything happen.
So that 6-week period, we didn't do no bad things, but after that,
you're like, hey, it's a fruit fall. You like, so like back to normal. Okay.
Oh yeah. So
I remember one of my friends actually pulled me aside. One of my very good friends. She pulled me aside and she told me that, just so you know, the first time you have sex, like after you had your baby, it's going to be painful. So prepare, get a lot of lube, get a lot of this. I was like, oh my god, this sounds like there's going to be a desert down there or something. So I was kind of like nervous about it, but it was fine.
Yeah,
and
it was fine. But say fine. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Fine is like, it was just no. It's different. It definitely is. Your body has changed a bit, and stuff is still a little bit out of place. At least at my 6-week period, my belly was a little bit pouchy because I wasn't tying wrapper like my mom had been telling me to
like tie your belly so it's tight.
And then you're lactating, sometimes you leak some milk.
And some people don't, some guys, some husbands don't like the whole milk thing.
They don't like the smell. I won't say smell, but it has its own unique eggy.
And it's not bad. It's not bad, but some people don't like it.
I know that pre-baby, I was definitely worried about like, what if I have some sort of like tear or laceration when the baby is being born and how that would affect, like, does it still feel the same? Does it change? These are questions that one has, but one can't really ask because in our culture
nobody talks about. This is
not the kind of thing you talk
taboo.
about. And my mom can't watch this video.
And then the other thing too is that, like, I had people and patients who told me that they would rather have an elective C-section, which is a C-section where you schedule it just so they don't have a vaginal birth and they don't tear anything down there, which can affect their sex life. So I thought that was really interesting. I had a C-section and Ngozi had a vaginal birth. So our experiences may be different afterwards, like, what sex is afterwards. But I feel like, I was fine. I had a C-section. But for you, did it kind of take a long time to kind of get back to normal, or?
No, I was back in the sack. After my 6 weeks,
pretty quickly. Don't be afraid. Whatever way your baby ends up coming, I think your sex drive will hopefully come back to normal.
And I think partners understand because they can see these changes, the hormonal shifts, the like emotional back and forth that we have post the baby, and then just accepting your new body. And a great guy will understand that. So it's whenever you're ready, because 6 weeks. Funny enough, that was right about the amount of time that I needed to sort of mentally feel like,
back to yourself.
Yes, like this body is a beautiful body and all that. It took some time
because some things go south.
All this snapback.
The snapback queens on the internet. I don't know how they're doing it.
Hail to them, but it
especially if you're breastfeeding, you won't recognize your breast anymore. Your nipples will go.
Why didn't anybody tell me
I don't think anybody really stressed that, because even from when I was fully nine months pregnant to delivering, because you deliver and then soon after your breast gets engorged and then it changes. Like I almost can't remember my former breasts used to look like.
I don't even know.
Because my breasts are different anymore. Now. Like.
But it was great when I was pregnant.
Yeah. They were they're gigantic and they're sitting up like nice. Then you breastfeed and then it goes out.
And I don't even think it actually comes back. Like, not to scare people, but
I hope it does though.
I don't know. I think it like permanently changes.
Maybe if I work out a lot, then it will kind of
and then
go
you can now, yes.
Well,
or a very good bra.
Yeah. Well,
the contraception post baby.
Yeah.
If you go down that route, because there are so many different schools of thought.
Yeah.
But all I can say is the days of people not being able to get pregnant just because they were breastfeeding, those days are
gone.
Like I think
you have to have a plan.
You have to have some sort of plan.
If not, you will definitely get pregnant again, and your eyes will be super fat.
Yes. The child is a blessing, so it's all good.
But if you're not ready,
yes.
Yeah, you don't want
to space the babies. Don't depend on the lactation amenorrhea to be your mode of contraception,
which is when you're breastfeeding and you don't ovulate, so you feel like you can't have a baby, which works in some sense, but it's not reliable at all.
No, it's not reliable.
So there are people who have gotten pregnant and they're still breastfeeding. So be very careful about that, because man, there's nothing as bad as having like a 2 or 3 month old and then finding out you're pregnant because you're even
that would not be easy. I guess in the end it would be great, because then you'll be done with all your baby. Like, you would just go through the
if you want to have only 2 babies.
If you wanted to have only 2, I guess, yeah.
But it's a lot of stress on your body, because you just had a baby and now you're like preparing for another baby. So that's something to definitely think about.
But it's been, I know this is cliche, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. But it's the best thing. It's the best thing.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like right now, like there's nothing better than when you come home and like they see you and they're like, like that's really cool. That's really cool. All right, guys. So I I hope that was not too risky when we talked about some risky stuff. But I think like here we're just trying to be like honest and let you know what the real deal is. And I'm so glad Ngozi was here to be part of this video with me. We just talked about this a few days ago, and I was like, we should definitely shoot it and just like let people know what our experience has been as new moms, as doctor moms, and just kind of share with you what the interesting things that we didn't expect to happen that have happened so far. So thanks for watching this episode. I really appreciate all the people who have subscribed, all the people who like our videos.
Share it.
Yeah, all the people
share it. Like and share the video.
Like and share it. All the people who comment and have like a lot of questions for me, I really appreciate it. And we're going to try to just keep the videos coming. I know they don't come weekly, or every 2 weeks or whatever, but we try to do a video when we can. And I always think about all the moms that are my friends that still need help, and I always use them as a goal to keep making these videos. So please like the video, comment, share, and hopefully this will get to as many people, and you know, kind of get you a little bit more prepared for things that you may not expect when you have your baby. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.